I sleep and my heart is awake. The voice of my beloved knocking. אני ישנה וליבי ער and my heart is awake וליבי ער.
Jerusalemista voisi sanoa, että se on maailman kiistellyin kaupunki. Jerusalemin puolesta on kuoltu ja tapettu. Kärsijöiden osa on jäänyt sen asukkaiden esitettäväksi. Ja miksi näin? Ehkä syy löytyy 3 suuresta abrahimilaisesta uskonnosta, joiden jokaisen pääkallopaikka löytyy täältä. Uskonto on valtaa, kun hallitset sitä, hallitset kaikkea. Koulukiusatun Viktoria Hannan toismaallisesta laulunlahjasta tuli hänen pelastuksensa. Tämä ortodoksi juutalainen feministi on syntyperäinen jerusalemilainen.
You know, in all of the ancient traditions, they treat the sound as the source of the creation.
Yeah, exactly.
So we are talking here about creation, not about making music, having fun. This is okay, but we are looking at the sound, at the silence, and then from the silence comes the sound.
Yeah.
And the sound changes, it provoke the space, provoke the environment.
Exactly.
And the environment is being influenced by that. You know, speaking is like making music.
Yeah.
Speech is music also.
That's true.
It's not only a way to deliver information. מקשיבים לקולך, השמיעיני. And voice is a magic. The voice is made to communicate with something which is beyond here and now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a way to communicate with a different level. The Jewish tradition is a very oral tradition. It has to do with a lot with the mouth. Yes. Every letter is a specific place in the mouth. Imagine Jews were living in many, many different countries in the world.
Yeah.
And they still they didn't really assimilate it.
Right.
Why? Because the language and the Hebrew language and the alphabet and the text, it was like their home. So basically what I'm talking about is that I like to look very, very much inside the speech and the notes, like I look in the microscope. Yeah. I like to look at the origin of the sound, the origin of the note. You know, and then when you take this attitude and you just sing a song, something very special happens. Because then you say, well, I'm not really singing a song. I'm putting sounds out of, you know, the concept of being a singer is very boring.
Right.
It's not that interesting. Right. It's much more interesting for me to feel that I'm a sculptor or I'm a painter. For example, when I do, ooh, I'm like painting in the space. It's like the whole space is my canvas.
Yeah.
My voice is like the paint.
Yeah.
And the vowels and the syllables are the shapes.
Yeah.
So when I do ooh, what I did now, I didn't think that I'm singing.
Right.
I was feeling as if I'm putting the note into the space.
Yeah.
And when I do ah, it's a completely different thing.
Yeah.
And when I do ooh, ah, it's a change. I did ooh, ah.
Yeah.
I love spaces.
It's great.
Every space I go, I want to feel it with voice and to see how is it. Because it's like magic. But you know, for the Orthodox people, from where I came, it's not modest for a woman to sing. So I have to be a little bit careful with it. Yeah. So basically, if you go to the Wailing Wall, there are two sections. There is a section of the men and the section of the women. And if you see the men, they are singing. They can allow themselves going with their expression. And the women, if you go, they mostly only move their lips, like this. That's what they do.
Okay.
And from this place comes, for me as a woman, like a deep need to put my voice out. Because sometimes when voice is not allowed, so you have the intention to put it out.
Yeah.
You want to put it out.
Exactly.
For example, here, when I walk here, if I will put my voice out, it will sound not modest enough.
Right.
They will look at me like, she's a little bit cuckoo.
Or something, yeah.
You know, it gave me a lot of inspiration. Because when you're not allowed to do something, so your need and your yearning to do it becomes very, very much focused.
Yeah. Exactly.
And when it comes in a very concentrated way. So when I was a little girl and children were laughing at me because I was stuttering, they were very cruel. I remember that I took myself up immediately into the stone, looking at the sky and singing, Hashem Elokai Shiva. You sound, I cannot do it now, but it's like I was singing to God to help me. I was putting my voice how, Hashem Elokai Shivati Elecha Vatirpani. And then the children were looking at me like I'm crazy. But they didn't laugh at me anymore.
No, exactly.
You know, the word music, for me, it's not enough primal. Music is also an invention of cultural people. For tribal people, for people for example, when I was in the Ukraine, the women are singing to provoke something in the nature. The voice is a tool to provoke something. It's not to sing, and it's not music. It's a tool of work.
Exactly.
It's a tool of changing.
Yes.
פתחתי אני לדודי ודודי חמק עבר נפשי יצאה בדברו ביקשתי הוא ולא מצאתי הוא קראתי ולא ענני מצאוני השומרים הסובבים בעיר היכוני מצאוני נשאו את רדידי מעלי שומרי החומות השבעתי אתכם בנות ירושלים אם תמצאו השבעתי אתכם בנות ירושלים אם תמצאו את דודי מה תגידו לו מה תגידו לו מה תגידו לו שחולת אני ישנה